Today I'm going to show you how to configure. I'm going to factory reset. We're going to show you how to configure this so you can change the fuel type and all those stuff. I have here the manual. I don't know if you threw your manual away or if you cannot understand it, because it was very confusing for me. So we're going to do that. We're going to put in the car, and again, I'm very frustrated with this brand here, the support that these people give, but I'm going to show you how to configure this guy, and also how to, if you have the problem I was having, how to get out of that problem. Alright, so I have here my air fuel mixture gauge. So this is going to tell me how much air is going to the engine, and I have the cable, right? So if you don't have the cable, you got to buy one. I have two because I end up having the whole set, buying the cable and all that stuff, couldn't configure it. Bought a new one of those, this here, right, the actual gauge, and they send me another cable. They are actually nice because they send me another cable, another I don't know how you call that little thing that you solder in here, and like this buggle that crap. But you know, when I send them the problem, they never answer me, so I don't know if it's set on their mailbox. I know they watch my video because I have one view, but you know, no answer. So I was expecting at least like, hey man, I don't know where it is, you better buy another one. I don't know anything, but they just mute. So but because I'm stubborn, I end up buying a new one of those oxygen sensor, and it's the 5.2 like they recommend and all that stuff, and it works. So somehow I burned the other one down, not sure how, but let's move on, and I'm going to show you how to configure that. I'm going to show you the problem I was having, and let's get it together. So I'm going to connect this here, put the old, well, better, I'm going to show you the video. So this is the video of what's happening. Alright, stay with me. I'm going to try to do this very quickly. So I have this powering, 12 volts is a constant 12 volts, and I have the here my oxygen sensor, which is wideband 4.2, also connect to the wire. Let me this is starting, so we have A2, A1, and you see blinking. It's upside down, I'm sorry. It looks like that's reading from that, but it's reading 24, not 19, and I never see the 19, so the 19 never shows up. I tried factory resetting. I'm gonna try to push the button for 3 seconds. I'm gonna hold it here for a minute, and I'm going to go like for number, I don't know, 5, 4, and 5, okay, and I get that. You know, I can hold and wait for 19 and click it again. This is the max, right? Check it out, 19. Bang, it worked. And now I'm going to go 6, right? 6 is actually to calibrate. 4, 5, 6. So everything seems to be working until we get here. So I mean, I can press the button again, I waited for like 10 minutes and nothing, and says that in the manual says that 60 seconds, right? This up here, this gets very hot, so it's hot already, this guy. um, Connections are good. This is an extra cable that I have, but that's it. I got stuck in here. I let it sit in there like for 30-40 minutes. You know, I've been in my garage forever. uh, this is where it goes, and you know, the wire you guys sent me when I bought the other gauge is right here, and you see down there, it's sorry it's kind of dark, but here is all the capacitors and the fuse and stuff, and it goes up here where it connects. So I tried to do that also, and no luck. So if you guys can give me a hand, I would appreciate very much. Alright, now you saw the video, and then you get this here. This is the new one. I mean, it's exactly like the other one. Yeah, you see how it looks. So it looks like this. This one has this little holographic thing, but I don't think that means anything. So this is connected. I'm going to put it in there, and I'm going to start from scratch. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm only going to use the black and the red. Don't make the same mistake I made before connecting the power in any of those here, because those are output, not input. And I'm going to use this thing here, which is like a battery. It's going to give me 12 volts, continuous 12 volts. So it's kind of messy here because I have so many projects happening, and each section of my my table here is one different thing. So I'm going to put here red, and here this here. Right, so I don't know if it's bright for you, but you know, it looks kind of cool. So the first thing, you need to wait for this to turn 19. So when you plug this and it turns into number 19, you're ready to configure. Problem is, with the wrong sensor, it was never turning into 19. Basically, what you do is, there's a little button on the back. You hold this button, and we're gonna go through a menu that goes from 1 through 6, and then 1 is to choose the fuel type, 2 is NB lower limit, and 3 is upper limit, and 4 and 5 is analog lower limit and upper limit. So it ranges from 7 to 25, and the default is 9 air fuel ratio equals 0 volts, and 19 is 5 volts. So that's how it works in here. And the last one is 6, which is calibration. So when you're done, you just go to the 6. So let me show you what it is, all of this. So you press here the button, hold, and you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm going to stop in 1 and take my finger out of there. So now you see the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Each one of those is one kind of fuel. So you have a list in here. 1 is lambda, 2 is E85, 3 is gasoline, 4 is diesel, and 5 is methanol. So I'm going to stick with the 3. Press the button and let it go. Done. And now you go back to the menu. Now we can set the lower limit and upper limit. Usually this comes configured already. So I'm going to, you could, for example, let's try to do the number 5, right? So we're going to set the higher limit just for fun. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take your finger out of there, and then it keeps going, keeps counting. So when it reaches my highest limit, I'm going to press the button. So as I understand, the highest limit means when it's going to be 5 volts. Oh, 19. So that's my 5 volts. I'm going to press the button there, and I'm good. So 19. Now I can calibrate. So I'm going to press the button and go to 6. They say when you're done, you just go to calibrate. 5, 6. Let it go. This sticks with this number here for a while, and it's going to turn 21 or 24 or something like that, and it's going to start counting down to all the way to 19, 21.9. So it keeps going down, down, down. There you go, 19.0, and you should be good now. If you don't reach this 19.0, most likely you have a O2 sensor problem or the wrong one. So I just turn it off. I'm gonna turn it on again. Boom. So I expect to see those things blinking and then jump to 19. There you go. That was pretty quick, and it should read the air properly. So I think now is a good time to put this in the car, and so let's do it real quick. So my cable is all the way here already. It was so thick, and I don't know if I should put this one up here or anyway, but this is it there. I am going to connect my guy, and if you get the new one, they don't quite fit in there. I'm gonna leave it hanging right now, but I'll need to maybe put some tape or something and make it fit in here. It doesn't have the glass that I have on the other one, but you know, another thing to be aware of. So I already have the other one, so I'm good with that. But this one has a good thing because the button on the back is easy to click and all that stuff. The other one, I kind of need to shove something inside, and the other one is deeper. There you go. Sensor is plugged, and turn. I just think it takes so long. It shouldn't take this long, but anyway. 19, I guess when you run the car it changes, but you know, I am definitely going to try the new one and see how it looks, how easy it is, how accurate, and all that stuff. Good thing about this is I have a wire that's going to give me the info of what's happening here through the AEM, so I can, on the debug software, I can read that and, you know, put the waves together and know what was the air fuel ratio at that point, so I don't risk exploding my engine. So this is one of the things that I was missing. I was able to map my fuel table and the map table without having this, but it's not a good idea because I'm not quite sure if I was going too lean, which is a problem. If it's too rich, I can tell because of the smoke and all that stuff, but if it's too lean, you don't know. So I guess for now, what I'm gonna do is, you see that this here is hanging here. I am going to poke another hole in here and put that sensor in here, which is a downpipe. I know that should be lower, but I don't know how to weld, especially like in my car. I don't want to risk burning anything and all that stuff, so I'm gonna just poke a hole in here, put another one in there, and when time comes and this is right to be there, I can always cover the hole, you know, or buy another pipe because this one looks like crap. So I bought this one, by the way. Super nice eBay stuff. Not talking shit about eBay, but you take out of this top one, the sensor doesn't go all the way because the bungle, whatever it is soldered in here, it's not aligned to the hole, so it doesn't go down. The other thing is when you put in the engine, like here, this here hits this, so I cannot use the top one, and this here, right, the side one, hits here, so I cannot use any of them, to be honest. I have this thing here, super nice, can't use it. So yeah, be aware when you buy on eBay. Maybe the direction of your engine and all that stuff might count too. Alright, sorry for shaking all the video all the time because I'm trying to get the legs of the tripod correct. There you go. Now we are right. Yeah, so I hope this helps. You know, I was having that problem for a while, and I couldn't. You know, I wasn't too crazy about it because it wasn't time to use that gauge yet. So even though I installed all the gauges and all that stuff, but you know, it was sad not having the support for these people, because this is a super nice gauge. I mean, I like this very much. Color and super bright. I'm not sure if the other ones are easy to configure, but this is not. I honestly didn't think that it should be configurable. It's like you should plug and play, but you know, what do I know? I'm just learning about all of this. This is the other one I was talking about, which is the good, correct size and all that stuff. But if I put the other one in here, in order to press the middle button, I need to show something there. So once I'm good with that, I'm going to use this case in here. But if you're buying a new one, good luck with that. I don't think it is the right size for those things in there. So not a big deal though. You can just tape it around and then put it in there. It's going to stay. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and the best way to help me is also subscribing. So making comments and liking, and I appreciate you guys liking all the time. It's like I'm getting likes in all my videos, and you know, a few comments here and there. It helps YouTube to decide to promote my video or not. And the subscribing is, of course, is going to help me reach the amount of people that are interested in my channel. It also tells me that people are enjoying my content and all that stuff, so it keeps me going. This car here is about to be done. It's going to be done before the winter. Be done, I mean, configured and everything, so we're going to go for rides and stuff. But once this is done, I'm going to get, I wish I had money to get a garage, but I'm going to get a storage. This goes to storage, so I go and grab during the weekend or weekdays and all that stuff. And I'm going to get the BMW that's outside, and we're going to put inside and make that one work. Alright, I'll see you in the next video, guys.
Look past my face. See status. I'm eating some McDonald's.